suspension after getting into it with the Wrath head coach last week. And here's a starting lineup for the Rumble. Williams, Tippins Hill. And head coach is the real Coach Carter. Ken Carter, who we just heard talking to our Stormy Bonatoni. And the Rumble wearing the green, get the first possession after the throwdown.
I actually asked Coach Carter as well in the commercial break what it was like to have Samuel L. Jackson play you in a movie, and he said it was incredible first and foremost, but that he knew the lines to every single person in the movie alongside him. Like, it wasn't just, like, he knew all of his lines, but he knew everybody's lines.
Oh, missing that first jam. For the rest of his life, always known as the original, the true Coach Carter.
Sir.
And people, you can see in the arena, they come up to him, they take pictures, they are loving it. There's our first dunk of the game, Brian Bell Anderson for the Ozone. There's Kalen Tippins Hill losing the rock, ball goes out of bounds, Ozone ball.
Hey, expect Tippins Hill to keep rushing the basket here. He's their leading scorer. He's averaging about 20.3 points a game. So he's going to keep pushing it.
When you leave the tramp, you got to reset off the wall. If you're new to SlamBall, 4 ways to score. 3 points for a dunk, 2 points for anything inside the tramps. That would have been a 4-pointer from outside the arc. Inside the arc from the hardwood on the gold is a 3-pointer. Bell Anderson, he's a Ivy Leaguer, played football at Columbia, defensive back, but the ball is tied up and possession goes to the defense. His father's also the head coach. They had a cool moment on draft night. His father on Father's Day drafting his son Brian Bell Anderson with the first overall pick for the Ozone.
Yeah, Coach Anderson, as he slams it down, Coach Anderson told me earlier today just how cool it's been to share something that was so special for him in his youth with his son now, and that Brian was pretty natural to the sport as well.
That's Cujo. Keith McGee slamming it on the stopper.
And they're part of a small handful of people that get to share that experience. Sports at this level, you got the Griffies, right? Imagine playing with your son. That's amazing. So for them to share this is awesome.
Bell Anderson, look at him fly.
And there he is. And we'll have a great picture that we'll have to show our audience at home here in just a little bit. But because his father, Trevor, was a former mob player in 2008, Brian was 7 years old. He dressed up like his father for Halloween in a mob uniform.
Brian Bell Anderson was born for this. He grew up around the tramps watching his father play SlamBall 20 years ago. And here he is starring for the Ozone. McGee, the pass off the mark. Rumble get the ball back, down by 6. Tippins Hill challenging the stopper. Keenan Love with the rejection. Williams from the outside. That's a 4-point shot, and it will fall. Stormy, Coach Carter said, we're going to let it fly from the outside.
Yeah, they're not giving up on the mentality that they came for. And in talking to Mason Gordon, the co-founder of SlamBall, he said early on in general, it's been an issue for these teams not having the efficiency from outside, but that's going to be one area where all teams are going to progress, especially a team like the Rumble who throws up so many.
God damn it, he ran into the man. Hey, he ran into the guy.
And there's that photo of a young Brian Bell Anderson in the mob uniform dressed up like dad.
Our first face-off for the Ozone, denied there by Jayton Williams.
Brian was a cute little one, though. That was sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and although Bell Anderson has 6 points, his favorite part of this game is obviously the physical part. He wants to destroy you with big hits. And he did say this, talking to him before the game. He understands he had a little bit of a slow start. So for him right now, this game is about redemption, and it's about showing this league what he's all about.
Ozone keep the ball after the face-off. Up by 2. McGee resets, dribbles off the bottom tramp, and throws it down for a dunk. 3 more points for the Ozone.
Great patience
Hill
by
quickly
McGee.
back the other way, and a stop by Love. A 4-pointer from the outside, nothing but oxygen. LaQuavius Cotton, he's an actor. He plays Michael Cooper on Showtime but he couldn't get the dunk there.
How about this for LaQuavius Cotton? He also helped animate the dunks for the video game of NBA 2K. That would be a fun job. Are you kidding me?
That's sick.
Involved in a video game, you got your SAG card, you're a stunt man. Like, that's so cool. What a life.
You throw it all together, what do you get? SlamBall.
SlamBall!
He also plays for the Harlem Globetrotters. So this guy can do a little everything, LaQuavius Cotton, with the assist there to Keith McGee for the dunk. We approach 30 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Washington from the island finds two cutters from the wing and the monster slam for Williams. 20 seconds to play in the quarter. Bell Anderson avoids the hit. And a travel. He was trying a flyby. That's when you bounce past the stopper and then jump right back up for a dunk, but he lost his footing. That's one of the hardest moves in the game.
Well, you got to think that the distance you're covering in air over two tramps, it's far.
Washington leads the tramp, resets off the wall. 4 seconds to play here in this quarter. Washington with the jumper from the tramp. That was a competitive quarter. Just a 2-point lead for the Ozone, back and forth. This is a good one.
Come here, hurry up. Listen, good job. Okay.
There you see Jaytwan Williams setting the tone right now. Ozone 15, Rumble 13. We'll be back.
Get up. When they do get in, follow them through and get somewhere. Just don't be standing on the island and don't get in the tramp. Okay, let's go. All right, let's go. Hey, family on three. 1, 2, 3, family.
Trevor Anderson, one of the original SlamBall players, coming back to be a coach here for the Ozone, coaching his son, Brian Bell Anderson. His team is up by 2 as we start this second quarter. 4-point shot from the corner off the mark, but the Rumble get the offensive rebound. After it hits the rim, shot clock will reset to 12. Fight on the ground, loose ball. It's recovered by Bell Anderson.
Hey, Ozone likes to fight. They like to get chirpy. They like to stir it up, and that's what they're doing right now.
The big man, Vincent Bowman, in the game, 6'9", 285, but Bell Anderson couldn't convert. Loose ball, he gets it again. That's the heart showing by Ozone right now, and he'll be fouled. When you're 1-3 on the season, you got to find a way to get a win. And Ozone, they've come out scrappy tonight.
They certainly have, and it goes back to the point, like with any sport, right? You do the little things. You fight a little bit harder, show a little bit more heart. That's what can pay off for you.
We got a face-off now to start the second quarter. Brian Bell Anderson on offense, defended by Tamyrick Fields. There he goes. Big jump. And you can tell when the offensive player on the faceoff gets that quick start, the stopper doesn't have a chance.
No, but that goes back. So much of this game is about timing and the way that you can set up on the tramps, and perfection right there.
So the Ozone extend their lead up by 5. They keep possession after the faceoff. That's a 4-pointer for Cotton off the side of the backboard.
John, if you were doing a faceoff, would you just attack the rim? I feel like that's the mentality I would come in with.
So there's levels to this jumping. You can go in fast and go low, or you can take the big bounce like Tamyrick Fields did right there. For the love of elevation. Cujo right back at him, Keith McGee. You can go high or go low, and guys have to size up the stopper to figure out which level they want to slam it in at.
It's an interesting question. I think you have to have both in your toolbox, right? You got to play that stopper, get them off balance, and you don't want to do the same thing every time.
Keith McGee. He'll find Cotton on the outlet, back to McGee in the corner. Now enters from the wing, denied, stuffed by Fields. Outlet pass for the Rumble. Throwing it up to Tippins Hill, the alley-oop to perfection.
And while most of these coaches that I've talked to say they're, from a game planning standpoint, they focus on themselves, they do have the ability to scout these teams, right? And they have an app on their phones and on their tablets that they can go through and be able to watch film and look at different stats and all of those things. So there is a game planning aspect to that portion as well.
Dean with another alley-oop. We've seen that before. It's the same play again for the Rumble, and they take their first lead of the night. That's the Coach Carter effect right there.
And at least through 1.5 quarters here, John, odds makers have had this correct, that it's a virtual pick'em game. Ozone a slight favorite, but Rumble right there as well.
Another stop by Fields. Here comes Tippins Hill. Good stop by Love. The Stoppers trying to put their stamp on this game, and a foul as Gray was entering the tramp.
Yeah, you see that Ozone -120, Rumble -105. No spreads just yet here in SlamBall, but hopefully we'll be having those up next week. Just money line wagers, meaning who's going to win, who's going to lose, but a tight game. And for the limited sample size we have, like I said, odds makers have this one right at least early.
Maybe just a little sprinkle early on just to have some fun. Don't get too crazy early on.
Yes, and limits are going to be a little bit lower as well. Sportsbooks aren't in the business of going out of business, so they don't want to get beat early.
Marcus Gray beating the stopper there, slamming it with two hands. Ozone back in front. They lead by 4. The stopper for the Rumble trying to get in on the action. Fields, but he resets and gives his gunner the ball. Tippins Hill couldn't catch the pass.
That pass came in a little hot from Victorious Deans on that alley-oop and just got out of his hands.
Seven-point lead for the Ozone after the McGee slam. You get 3 points for a dunk. Denied by Love. 2 in the tramp. Man, Love is one of the toughest dudes you will find in SlamBall. An MMA fighter busted open his chin in week 1. Here comes Love flying through like a missile. He just throws his body around.
You know, it brings up the question, going against a stopper, do you want to go against, you know, a 6'7", 280-pound guy, or do you want to go against an MMA fighter?
A guy who gets his chin glued together. He's like, I don't care. As long as it's not bleeding, I'm good to play.
You know, Keenan Love is an interesting story, too. He was about to get cut. You know, they cut him, had him at the gunner and the handler. And then right on the verge of getting cut, they said, let's try him at a stopper. And it was over. And instantly, he's definitely made his mark. And now he's become a team leader.
I'm surprised, given his background, that's not where he started. That feels like the more natural role.
I know, right?
He wants that contact. Here comes McGee with the facial, talking to the stopper as they both hang on the rim.
And McGee's got 18 points tonight.
Final seconds here, this first half. To Myrick Fields, flew in to beat the buzzer. We are at the half. This has been a fun one. The Ozone with a 7-point lead over the Rumble. Guys flying in from everywhere on the field. Thank you for joining us here on SlamBall Live in Las Vegas. Alongside 14-year NFL vet John Dornbos, our betting analyst and sideline reporter Stormy Bonantoni. I'm John Trippin. Got some youngsters in the house. Sometimes it's a little too much action. Might need a little break, right? Just take a breath. We are at the half. It comes at you fast here in SlamBall. John, let's take a look at the highlights in that first half from the Ozone.
Hey, they're up 32-25, and as you can see, they are flying high. They are dunking. You want to know a great stat right here? Keith McGee, he's got 6 slams, 3 points apiece. That's totaling his 18. Going to the Rumble, hitting it down from downtown with the 4-pointer. Jaytwan Williams is having a great game as well. He's got 4 LBRs and 7 points. Hey, the Rumble, like we said, they're trailing Ozone 32, Rumble 25. You gotta like the stops. Rumble 4, Ozone's got 6. Loose ball recoveries, Rumble with 13, Ozone with 9. 3-point slams, Rumble 7, Ozone leading the way at 10.
And hey, remember, head coach Ken Carter, he called the shot. He said they're getting the win. This is the one, so be on the lookout for a little comeback action potentially if he's got his team motivated.
Packed house here at Cox Pavilion. If you're in Vegas, you got to get some tickets to experience this live in person for yourself. You have never seen anything like SlamBall. It looks easy at home, but it certainly is not, and you will see for yourself in person.
Anybody from here in Vegas, they know that website all too well. The jingle gets stuck in your head constantly. UNLV tickets, we'll get you there. I'm not going to be singing anytime soon. I'm done.
That was a great job,
cut off.
I enjoyed it.
That was great. I'll tell you what's super exciting is when you see superstars like Patrick Mahomes and Pat McAfee, when they're starting to tweet out how much they love this sport, how excited they are to have it back. Everybody loves it.
Backed by popular demand. The people asked for it, and here it is. We start the second half with a throwdown. It is won by the Ozone. Keith McGee in attack mode. How quick was that bucket? Ozone with a 10-point lead here in this third quarter. Tip is in. We got to measure that. I think he got up further than 20 feet.
That looked like he was over the backboard.
Tip until coming again. He'll dribble it down to the bottom tramp, settle on the island, then throw it out.
Reset it.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. It's at 9. Washington enters the slam zone, lays it in off the window. That's good for 2 points.
And that was a great job by Tip and Sill, seeing him come in and getting off the tramp so they didn't have two in the tramp.
Gray on the island for the pass. Nice job by the stopper, Fields. Loose ball, Ozone get it. Bell Anderson. This was his first start of the season. 360 midair. I don't even think he saw the rim. Washington. So the Rumble, what they did just there, they had two guys go right at the rim. They waited to see which guy the stopper would attack. The stopper didn't take the guy with the ball, so they had an easy dunk. A 2-point lead for the Ozone. Here comes Williams from the wing. Has a cutter. That's Tip Hill.
Tip Hill is just dominating tonight right now. Look, he's got 15 points on the night, leading the way.
Easy, guys. Don't hold.
The Rumble retake the lead, up by 1. Back and forth we go.
And Tip Hill has been a real bright spot for this team. Despite their record, he's been averaging 20.3 points per game, second best per game number in the league.
So that was just called basket interference. The stopper Field hung on the rim before the bucket. This was the last bucket.
Tip Hill just getting up.
So they counted that last slam for the Ozone. They go back ahead up by 2.
That's two. Take it down, defense.
Something we've seen, you can kind of throw the records out earlier in the season because teams are still starting to gel. Even though both these teams are in the bottom half of the league, you can see the fight out here. This has been one of the best games we've seen all season.
And it's close. It's a 2-point game right now.
Two in the bag.
Here come Love. Here come the Ozone back on offense as we approach 2 minutes to play here in this third quarter. On the
Fields jumping
island,
up.
and that's going to be a violation.
Clear it. Face off.
So we're going to have a face-off here in this third quarter. Illegal contact. The Ozone, Cotton, he got fouled. He'll go one-on-one against the Rumble stopper, Tamyrick Fields.
And if you're the Rumble, this is who you want back there in Fields. This is what he does
Cotton,
for a living.
He faked out the stopper, got him in the tramp early, and it's good because you can't enter the tramp until the offensive player has taken off. That's automatic 3 points for the Ozone.
Came in too early.
That was a hard jab fake by Cotton, and he completely faked out the stopper.
Do you like that rule, or do you think they should just go at it head-to-head and just straight power?
I kind of like it because you got to wait for the offensive player to get going.
It
There's a
keeps them
skill
honest.
to it. There's a skill to it for sure.
It keeps them honest.
Tipped away, good D by Williams. Now Williams with a head of steam comes in like a missile, denied.
Keenan Love just said, don't bring that in here.
Gray, and another stop by Fields.
That's 6 on the night for Fields.
Myra Fields told me a great story about how well he and his whole crew had bonded. They drive over to the arena every day together, right? And they're playing instrumental music, freestyle rapping in the car, having rap battles on the way here.
I love rap. You know who you don't want to see rap? Freestyle? Me. I'll tell you that right now.
I never could have guessed that.
But I almost think it would be the more entertaining because you love it and you're not good at it.
I was a huge Bone Thugs fan. I still am. I'm a huge Bone Thugs fan.
But that's like Stormy saying she's not a good singer and then the jingle is on point.
Well, true. True. You look like you'd have some some tunes.
No, not me.
But your voice is like a combination of Fergie and Jesus.
Fields.
I might need to record that one. Under 30 seconds of play here in this third quarter. We got a tight one. Rumble up by 1. Ozone with the rock. McGee, he cocked it back for showtime. Now, on D, got a little too aggressive. McGee had to let him go. Once you leave your feet to enter the tramp, that's a foul. Well, look at him.
McGee
just posing.
Entering the ozone is what he just did.
So we're going to have a face-off for the Rumble. It'll be Victorious Dean. He'll go one-on-one against Keith McGee. Here we go. Dean, will he be victorious? Yes, he will!
And you saw something that we haven't seen a whole lot of. He entered the face-off from that wing tramp, right from the side. And they do that based on trying to get that stopper off balance. Maybe he's better with his right hand or his left hand. So as you can see, he attacked the left side, and it worked.
How cool has that been? Each game, we've seen the strategy develop here in SlamBall. Guys are starting to learn what works, what doesn't. 6 seconds to play here in this third quarter. From the outside, Dean for 4, too strong. And that's how the third quarter will end. It's the Rumble with a 1-point lead. They're 0-3, looking for their first win of the season. Will they pick it up, or will the Ozone make them look silly? Whoa, Cujo. This is SlamBall's home here in Las Vegas, inside Cox Pavilion, where the fans have showed up and showed love. We appreciate all the support for the SlamBall fans there watching at home on ESPN+. Start of the fourth quarter, Ozone, it's a set play, but just missing the dunk is McGee. Washington finds a cutter, and that just does go in. Tippins Hill at 6'7", needed all of that length to slam it home.
Tippins Hill has 24 points on the night.
And we're gonna have a travel. Vincent Bowman, he was looking for the contact, and the stopper will go back to his end and settle in on the wood.
I love watching a guy like Tippins Hill, because look, I'm 6 foot tall, right? You watch a guy that's 6'7" that moves around like he does. It's impressive.
And you can see they've tailored the offense around him. They're trying to find him. Just missed that slam, but he gets his own rebound. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Rumble. Washington, his floater off the mark. Here he comes again, Vincent Bowman. Outlets to his gunner in McGee.
Drifting, face off.
And we're going to have a face-off.
Clear it, guys, clear it.
I love this.
Face off.
Marcus Bradley is one of my favorite people. I got to
Clear
talk to him before the game. This is a guy that struggled with addiction and then got into the art of breathing and meditation. And it's completely changed his life around. He's been sober for 5 years, goes around and helps people. This right here, 22, is a warrior, a war dog, and a guy that I would love to be his teammate.
Going against McGee on the face-off! And McGee gives him the stare down.
And shook the hand, though, and gave him props because that was a tough thing to have to try to defend there. Look at him bring it down. Ooh.
The first thing I learned about slam ball, everyone knows at some point you're going to get dunked on. Bowman, the big man, with the assist, but can't find McGee. Gets it back. Ozone reset. 6 on the shot clock. McGee's on the island, dribbling into the slam zone and puts it in. I think his hands grazed the rim. No, they're going to say it didn't touch the rim. It's only a 2.
Easy.
Keith McGee, 33 points on the night.
Tippins Hill had a little wipeout, but the Rumble stay with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Tippins Hill is jumping. They can't find him. Washington for 4. Just rims out. Shot clock resets to 12. Another 4-pointer. Williams missing everything.
Well, this is what they said, right? Coach Carter says we are going to shoot the most 4-pointers in the league, and that's what they're doing.
Here's Cotton. Throws it down with the left hand.
And with the way that the Ozone have been able to attack the rim here, they're just trying to find a way to get ahead and not get caught sleeping.
Tippins Hill. Caught in the air, fouled. Count the bucket.
Wow.
Score the basket.
So 2 points for the bucket. And
Tippins Hill is playing lights out tonight. Here it is right here. You can see the replay getting fouled, following through. He wasn't even looking at the basket, and everything's falling through.
oh, to Myron Fields. Cotton into the bottom tramp. He's fouled. And because they're in the bonus, automatic 2 points for the Ozone, and they keep the ball.
Ozone ball. You all right? You good?
2 minutes to play in this 4th quarter, and the Ozone up by 1. McGee with the big bounce. Good denial by Fields as the Ozone reset. McGee coming again. 2nd time's the charm.
I asked head coach Trevor Anderson if there was anybody he was going to count on tonight who he thought could have a breakout game. He said in no uncertain terms Keith McGee was going to be that guy. 35 points, 12 of 14 at the rim. He's been incredible. Richard
Washington from Williamsburg, Virginia, with the big throwdown, keeping the Rumble close, only down by 1. Cotton loses his mouthpiece. He'll reset. Off the window, putting some English on that one. A 2-pointer for the Ozone, they're up 3. Fields wasting no time. The kick out to Williams. Oh my God. J. Todd Williams and the Rumble take the lead.
They were looking for that.
360 dunk. McGee right back at you.
That's how you answer. My goodness.
Williams can't even catch your breath out here. Are you not entertained? This is SlamBall.
J-Twan Williams.
Timeout, Rumble. We get to catch our breath out here. What a game.
That was an intense 20 seconds of play right there.
Hey, come in.
Some of the most exciting play I've seen. And there you see him. Williams coming in strong, coming in loud and proud.
Moments like this is how you get people to buy into the sport. It is high flying, it is back and forth, end to end. This is an awesome game.
This might be the best SlamBall game we have seen this season. And we've got 38.2 seconds to play. Let's listen into the Rumble huddle.
In 3 seconds, there you go. 4 seconds. That's it. Hold the ball. And I want you back. All 4 is out there. Okay. Let's go. To the baseline so that we can't reset off the wall. Okay? Get the fuck back. Let's go. Let's go.
So in that last huddle, heard Ozone player telling his guys it's transition D that's been plaguing them right now. As soon as Ozone score, Rumble is getting it quickly and coming the other way. Ozone said if we score, we've got to get back on D. It's the Rumble who'll have the ball up by 1.
And the Rumble's looking for big-time play out of big-time players. Williams right now, career-high 14 points. And the Rumble up by 1.
Washington with the freestyle, rejected by Love. Here come Ozone, down by 1. Cotton, his head! Aquarius Cotton!
I will not be denied!
10 seconds to play, it all comes down to this. Bumped, entering the tramp, and it's Fields!
Nobody even stopped him!
2 seconds to play, it's Rumble, and the time expires!
Gosh!
The Rumble get their first win of the season! What a game! What did we just see?
Unbelievable. I don't know what happened, but Keenan Love at the end there, I don't know if he was out of position or wasn't expecting it. He didn't even try and contest it.
Wow.
He just opened up a free lane.
Wow.
And the Rumble come back and win it in the last 1-2 seconds of the game, 66 to 65.
Here's the winning shot. To Myrick Fields, soaring through, the game winner for the Rumble. That might have been the best slam ball game we've seen this season. That was something special. Standing by with Kaylin Tippins-Hill is Stormy. Take it away.
And just like that, the Rumble finally have their first win this slam ball season. It did not come easily. What did it take for you guys to get it done?
Man, shit. We had an injury, and we thought we had something to fight for today. That's what it felt like. We had something to fight for. We came in thinking it was going to be not a walk in the park, but we thought we was ahead of ourselves. So it's just a wake-up call in the first 3 games, and now we're here. So it felt good.
Seems like every time your team needed a play, needed a moment, you were that guy, you were available in the moment. What got into you personally?
My guys showing up for me, so when I see them make a play and then the ball fall in my hands, it's only right that I make a play for them. So it's having my guys back like they got mine.
Take me through that feeling when your boy Fields slammed the final point.
It's a late game. If you go watch each one of our games, in late game situations, he come through with a big bang, and this one counted. So it was big play. It felt good. I'm sitting on the island looking at him like, he dunked it, like, let's go. That's it right there.
Enjoy this. You got one more.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
A team-high 26 points for Kaylin Tippins-Hill as the Rumble get their first win of the season. The game winner was to Myrick Fields. Let's take a Coach Carter's reaction to the game winner. First win, it's got to feel good.
You got to get that first one, and now they got a huge opportunity to upset the Mob coming up next in the main event.
This will be a rematch to our first game of the season where the Mob blew out the Rumble. Can they get revenge? Main event coming up next.